Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today we have the topic of Cassius Belli. If I said that wrong, if I pronounced it wrong, I don't want to hear it. Okay. Alright, now let's move on. So, the thread is titled, Any Progress on the Development of Cassius Belli, right? And before everyone's like, jumps on me like, bro, do you even know what it is? Blah, 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 blah. Look. I already got it up here. Here's the Google definition. An act or situation provoking or justifying war. Boom. I know it goes deeper than that. I know there's a deeper, what's it called, meaning to it. I get it. You know everything. I know nothing. Let's move on. All right. So we do have some dev replies here. Obviously, recently someone made this thread saying, "Hi there, hope you are doing all right. Just wanted to ask the title of the thread. Has Cassius Belli been in development, or is it most of the focus now on the new battle terrain system?" What's it called? Like always, I'm going to link this down below, and let's get right into the conversation, right? So before the dev answers, how the devs operate is, while there is that new system of battle terrains, the new battle terrain system, that doesn't mean all the devs are working exactly on that system. The devs are split up on different parts of the game. Always, that's how development kind of usually works. And when stuff gets kind of finished or stuff is close to being finished, it kind of gets announced and then it gets put into the game. So, that's kind of how it works right there. But I am interested in what the devs say. We have a couple of replies, so let's get right into it. So the first reply is devs state, "We will add clans to mentions why they started voting for war or peace. This is a bit cosmetic, but at least it will give feedback to player why a war/peace is started." Okay, so maybe this isn't exactly what people wanted to hear. Maybe they wanted to hear a little bit more. But a small cosmetic change that will give the player some more information. I think it's good. I think it could be better, definitely. But I think it is good. I think, like I said, more information is always good. So, yeah, may sound minor or cosmetic, but it's essential for immersion. True. Let's see what else we have. We're going to have people who are mentioning the diplomacy mods. Yeah, they probably do it a little bit better. Again, it is what it is, but I think that this is still good to add, Even though it could be better, I think it is still good to add, if that kind of makes sense, right? And then the player asks again, "Any idea when we hope to see this in the game? Even just a guess?" And Dev replies, "At 1.5.10, you will see clan micromanagement additions. At 1.5.11, you will see war reasons. This one is not guaranteed, but hopeful. 1.5.10 or 1.5.11 can be 1.6. Also, I have no info about numbering, but you get that point." Okay, so it looks like it'll be in the next two patches, hopefully. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's a long time down the line, so he's giving you a guess. That's what this person asked for. So if it doesn't come in this patch or whatever the patch number is, do not get upset. He was asked to guess. A lot of people get upset because the dev gives you kind of like a little range, and as soon as it doesn't get met, you're like, he lied. It's a guess. Remember that. But with that being said, another question a lot of people have is, what's it called? Why isn't it 1.6? Why would it be 1.5.10? So, again, I'm really bad at explaining this, but I've had this explained to me a couple times now at this point. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm pretty sure somebody in the comments will probably do a way better job at explaining it than me. But it doesn't have to do like with numeric values. Like once this reaches 10, the 5 doesn't have to change to a 6. What this pretty much means is like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like this is like the game version. And then the second one is like major update. And then this is minor update. So it's not like 10 minor updates equals a major update. You know what I mean? It's only, you would change this to 6 only when another major update happens to the game. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's a dumbed down version of how to say it. But that's why you can sometimes even see 1.5.213. If they're all minor updates and they're not major, then, this number is going to keep increasing and this one's going to stay the same. Hopefully I explained that kind of okay, but we'll see. Then he states, then another player replies, "Can't come a second too soon. That's great news. All this power and finally the means to wield it." Nice. And then Dev states, please do not expect big changes. As you know, clan/kingdom micromanagement will only consist of 4 additions, but even these are not much. It will help. But even these are not much. It will help improving gameplay. Okay, so he states, they're not going to be game-changing things, but they should still do. They will still improve gameplay in a good, positive way. There it is. What's it called? So the first change, okay, so he's going to go over the 4 changes that we're going to see in 1.5.10, which is the next patch, or 1.6, whatever they want to call it, right? But here it is. So first, changing your clan party's behavior priority, defensive, default, aggressive. When you set them to defensive, they will not do any raids or sieges. Setting them aggressive will increase probability of selecting hostile actions for them. Okay, we've talked about this. A lot of people wanted like this specific targeting system, like go to this settlement, do that, do this. I actually wanted it as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very nice mod that comes out later that has this. But they decided to go with a more simple approach. Do I hate it? No. Do I think it could be better? Yes. But again, I think it is still a good addition to the game. Regardless if you think it could be improved upon or this or that, I still think it is a good start to be put into the game, right? So 3 stances. Default is what we currently have. That's always on. And when this gets changed, obviously, if you want to save some of your guys and make sure they don't get caught raiding or stuff like that, you can put them on defensive and aggressive if you want them to take more land and do more raids. Low-key, I think it's good. I think it's good. And 2, limiting wages of your clan parties, including garrisons, so they will stop getting more men or upgrading troops when the limit is reached. If limit is passed somehow, they will disband slowly till limit is reached. This will be good for keeping your income in check and for stuff to not go off the handles in terms of, obviously, your garrisons getting too much people and then taking up all your income. I think this is good. Again, it's a minor change, but it's going to improve gameplay a lot. It's going to give you more control, which is good. And 3, we have is auto recruitment. So your town and castle. Okay, so it's town and castle. At first, I thought it was only castle, but that's good. So your town and castle garrison will recruit 1 troop per day from around villages or town notables. Cool. So this will kind of coincide with each other. So you can limit how much, how much troops you will have in your garrison based on their wages. So it's not, okay, so just so you guys know, you're not limiting how many troops are going to be there. You're limiting their wages. Since troops, they do gain a passive XP while they are in garrison, eventually troops will upgrade. So if you set, let's say, your garrison limit to 1,000, right? That means 1,000 dinars a day is the maximum it can reach. That means your troop counts will consist of, obviously recruits, but then you'll have some, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and even tier 6 if it reaches to that point, right? And that's what it will consist of. So it's pretty much your dinar limit, your wage limit, not just troop limit. Not if you set it to 1,000, it won't be 1,000 troops, if that kind of makes sense. It'll be 1,000 dinars worth of troops. And then, and then the auto recruitment, which I think is great. I think is a great addition. Your town and castle garrisons will recruit 1 troop per day and keep your, garrisons at a healthy amount, whatever you set it to. Good. And 4, we have, when you are a king, you can set your kingdom clan parties prioritize behavior. Again, default. Defensive, default, and aggressive. When you set them defensive, they will not stop your clan parties to do hostile actions, but the probability will be reduced. Okay, cool. I actually did not know about this. So you have another set of actions that you can take as a ruler. So the first one, the changing your clan party's behavior, is everybody who's in your clan, your companions, your roaming companions, and all that. And then, well, actually, hold on. Okay, I read all this wrong. I'm sorry. This is the one I expected. You as the ruler, you as the king, having the ability to set defensive, default, and aggressive. This is the one that was talked about a lot. This one, I don't think it was talked about as much, but it's good to see both. So when you change your clan party's behavior priority, they will almost 100% follow it. You know what I mean? But if you are the ruler and you change your whole kingdom's, all the clans in your kingdom's priority, they will, there will be a good probability that they will follow it, but sometimes they won't follow it, which, it does happen. So, again, I think it's a good change. I think all 4 of these are welcome changes. I think these are significant changes. Yes, they might not sound like the biggest things, but they will improve gameplay. So, good. And then he states, we cannot make prioritized targets / locations to be accepted. Unfortunately, that is all for now. Yes, we have talked about this. Unfortunately, it was rejected. Like I said before, these could be worked on more. They could be worked on more in the future. But for right now, this is what we got. And again, I think it's good. I think it's still very good additions. And then another player said, it sounds good, but is it possible to turn the Garrison auto recruiter off too? Don't want to make Imperial bums eating all my food. Well, yeah, you can. You just set the limit wage to like a very low amount, then you won't get any. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can do that. Now, do we have any more dev replies? He says, okay, so the dev replies to that question saying you can limit your Garrison's wage easily to a number around 1,000, so it will stop when 1,000 is reached. There it is. And then we have another player saying, wait, so you mean other clans in our kingdoms, right? Do you decide for each party or for the clan overall? I'm pretty sure you decide for the whole kingdom overall, if that kind of makes sense. So Dev replies, you decide for overall of all kingdom parties, not one by one. Yeah, that's what I thought. It would just be like an overall. You know what I mean? You just tell all the clans in your kingdom to please play defensive. You know what I mean? Or please be aggressive. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then he states, actually, this feature will be a bit useless without target prioritization. Probably most players will not understand the difference much. Okay, we're going to explore it. We're going to see if there is much of a difference. We'll see how it plays out. But, you know, benefits and what's it called? Stuff that, you know, we'll see how it works when it comes out. But, okay, so he states it won't make the biggest difference because it doesn't have this second part to it. We'll test out. And then we have another player saying, if I put my 100 clan, what's it called? I said clan, cons guards in it and forget to adjust the cost, will it start dumping troops out randomly, or will it be like now where they never ever leave unless they starve or go over the inventory limit? I mean, I guess I'll see the game putting things in garrisons is a touchy subject. Okay, well, first of all, putting 100 of these guards into your garrison is kind of dumb. Here's why. Your clan's parties can run in there and take troops out of your garrison. So if you put them in there because you want to keep them for later, they're gonna get yoinked, man. Like your clan's parties are gonna take them, and you know, whenever they need troops, they're gonna go in there and be like, "Ooh, these are nice," boom, and take them. And another thing, I think putting 100 of these in your garrison is very not smart when it comes to, you know, your income and your wages. I don't understand exactly what you would be saving them for, why you're saving them. I would rather just use them, in my opinion, right? But I'm pretty sure if you were to put 100 of these guys and your limit was very low, yes, they would probably be deserting because they won't be getting paid their wages. So I think it is on you to, you know, up that limit. You know what I mean? And I think if this happens to you once, you'll learn your lesson and you're going to start upping the limit. You know what I mean? But Dev states, when 1.5.10 is patched, all your settlements will have unlimited wage checkbox is checked. Okay? You will have one checkbox near slider. If you check it, your settlement will recruit new troops every day until garrison limit is reached. Your clan parties can take troops also, so it is not easy to reach garrison limit. Yes, additional checkbox to stop auto recruitment is better, but as you know, it will probably not be accepted. I can suggest it, but more buttons are most likely not welcome by top. Okay, so they want a more simple approach. But it makes sense. So whenever it does come out, you will have the unlimited wage checkbox. It will be checked, and then you can uncheck that and then select how much you want it to be. So when the patch first comes out, it'll be the same as usual. There won't be any limit. You will have to, I'm guessing if it's an old save that you bring over to the new patch, you will have to set that limit, which is good. I agree. Cool. All right. And I think that shall do it for us. Again, I think that the changes we're getting are good. Can they be better? Yes, they can be better. I wish they were a little bit more in depth, but unfortunately, that's not how it went. But at the same time, I think these will greatly improve gameplay in the long run, so I'm happy to see them. Let me know what you guys think. Ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, stay safe.